So, welcome to Motorcycle Madness live at 9 when it's really like 8:30, but whatever. By the time you guys start popping on, it's going to be live at 9. Yeah. So, we're going to be working on the chopper some more. Not really sure what we're going to be doing tonight. Let's see if we can clean these holes out. Here, put some mirrors on this thing. We're gonna put some mirrors on this thing, y'all. We got to do something. Some progress is better than no progress. So, choppers need mirrors. Despite what some people think, I like mirrors on my bikes. See it? All right, let's do it. We'll do the left mirror first. That's the wrong one. Let's try this one. Oh, you guys let me pick the wrong one. Let's grab 14 and 15. Still, wrong one. I don't have the right socket. But luckily, we have the metric and standard adjustable wrench. You guys always make sure that your adjustable wrenches do both metric and standard. Because if not, you won't be able to do one or the other. Okie dokie, darling. All right, so we got some mirrors. These mirrors originally came with my 2022 Shadow. And I took them off because on my Shadow, they sucked because they're really short. You don't want short mirrors if you have short handlebars. And we need to find a rag. Hey, look, I found a rag. Yep. Still looking old. Yeah, you don't want short mirrors on short handlebars. You can't see around you. For folks who run bikes without mirrors, you're retarded. Don't do that. You need as much visibility as you can get. There comes a point where style over function, choose function. But these on those bars are going to be perfect because the bars are tall. They're 18-inch apes. Why are they 18-inch apes? Because that's what I wanted. I saw them and I'm like, dude, I want that. I always want to reach for the stars. What's up, Chloe? How are you doing? It's good to see you. Why not? And a lot of people say that ape hangers are uncomfortable. Only people who have not run ape hangers say they're uncomfortable. They may look uncomfortable, but they're really awesome. These may not be that great because they are so big, but it's a hardtail chopper. What about that is comfortable? Let's drink some water. Wow, that was good water. My friend Bougie was like, hey, you want this? And I was like, dude, yeah, I do want this. So he gave it to me. That's the story of my big jug. In case you was wondering. In case you looked at the jug and you were like, I wonder what the story with that is. Why drank out of a big jug like that? Because I can, people, because I can. And we're going to put these on. Let's do it. Oh. Not going to worry about tightening them because, you kind of have to sit on the bike to adjust them. And we are not quite to that point yet. So, put my throttle lock here. So. So annoying. A dirt robber made his little nest inside of my thing. So we're going to take this out and clean it. That is so irritating. I hate dirt robbers. They just find whatever hole they can find and just pack dirt in it. It's great for motors. Tight though. Okay, I'll show y'all what happened. Fill a hole. Dirt robber. These are the worst bugs ever. All right, let's look at comments. What's happening, YouTube? Okay, we're going to show all messages. I should have hit that at the beginning. So, just taking this Allen wrench and kind of getting the dirt out. Now we're going to see if this mirror will just kind of screw in. And if it will, we'll just go with it. Yay! Oh, my glob, yeah. There we go. Now let's put it back on the bike. So while I got it off, how you adjust this mirror. While it's on the bike, you sit on the bike, and I always use my shoulders as references. I kind of want, depending on where this is at, I want this part of my shoulder to be in this part of the mirror. So that's how I do that. And of course, you see it spins around in circles. You get it to where you want it. Screw this down. Tighten it all up. Use this to tighten up against this, and you're set. And if you do it right, it won't come loose. Because you definitely need mirrors on your chopper. Okay. I'm eventually going to adjust all this later. We're just doing a rough adjustment now. Just getting everything in place. Just pinch bolts down. This will work. Tight enough. Yeah, that's something really different. I don't hate that at all. Yeah, that's what you see. Man, where the devil is everybody tonight? Y'all is all over the place. guess nobody's on. I thought some people would jump on. It's all right, though. I'll work with what I got. Okay, so we got to figure out what we're going to do next. Let's see if we can get that back tire on. All right, that's a good idea. Let's go with that. You know what? Actually, no. Let's pull this seat off and get y'all closer. Because what I want to put on there is a tractor seat. Why? I don't know. I found the tractor seat at a yard sale. I was like, dude, it's a tractor seat. Let me put you guys down. You can see a little better. Everyone's tired from candy. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I love me some candy. Except I kind of got ripped off this year. I didn't get no candy. Let me adjust this camera. So y'all don't get blinded. So y'all aren't blinded by the light. Yeah, no. No. That is not it. Okay. So I'm gonna do something with that light. Find a better location. Ah, that's actually a lot better. Okay. I'm back, yo. Got that sorted out. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pull this frame here off. See what we're working with. I think these little studs are just welded to this frame. Okay, sound like some gunshots. Okay, now we got a complete set. Yeah, these are 14 millimeter too. It's kind of neat how the seat works. I might end up redesigning it. We'll see. As much as I would like the seat just sitting straight on the fender, I may not be able to do that. All right, now we cook them with grease. Yeah, sometimes a socket's just as fiddly as a wrench. No, it's not going to loose. There it goes. All right, I'm not fighting with that. Y'all should count how many times I drop tools. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Here, I'll show you my setup for the carb. I like velocity stacks. I 3D printed some, just playing around, and I actually had to rejet the carbs. Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's either sit inside and play on my phone or build a chopper. I was like, this phone thing is starting to suck. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing on this bike though, putting a velocity stack. Man, this was not well thought out, I'm telling you now. Okay, there we go. Oh, what is this? This is dumb. I hate it. Okay, yeah, we're not doing. That's what I think of that. God, that was irritating. This is a really dumb setup. let's get these nuts off. I may end up needing these, so let's get them off. Okay. I may also end up welding this to the tractor seat. Kind of don't want to, just in case I change my mind. I hate that. I really hate that. All right, let's see what you got. I'm aiming to bob a Honda Shadow eventually, but winter is coming quick and I don't feel like doing anything. Hey, I get that. But look, winter's a great time to bob a Shadow. Get it ready for the riding season. And I don't know what part of the world you're in, but here in Mississippi, this is the best time of year to work on bikes. It really is. Because summer is awful. Like, no joke, my glasses stay fogged. I got that big red fan behind me for working on stuff, and no joke, the fan is not to keep me cool. It's to blow enough air to keep mosquitoes off of me and my glasses from fogging. But whatever, I hate the cold, so yeah, let me show you my setup. So this carb, it's not a performance carb by no means. It's what basically the internet, let me clean this lens. It's basically what the internet recommended that I put on this bike. So it's got it's an older style carburetor, probably about a 70s era style. But I like it. I like simple. It has a what is that thing called? Accelerator pump, which I like, but it's going to make throttle assembly a little more complicated. I can just go with a regular cable, and what I've thought about doing is maybe having something set up. I can just reach down here, prime it. But I'm going to have to find a throttle cable that has a splitter that pulls on both of these at the same time, so that way I can have my accelerator pump. But yeah, I'll put a velocity stack on here. This big thing, well, I may not. Yeah, I probably will. This big thing in the way is going to eat performance, but who cares? This bike is not a performance bike. Oh, you can't even see it. There you go. Now you can see it. Yeah, this big choke restricts flow. But it's simple. That's why I like that carb. Are you in New England? I already stabilized my gas and pulled my battery. Ah, you gotta. Yeah, you definitely do. I got a couple friends of mine that live up north, and I pick on them every year. I'll wait till I start seeing snow in their area, and then I'll start sending them pictures of my rides. And like, man, you ought to move to Mississippi. You can ride all year round. But whatever. It is what it is. But I mean, you got plenty of time to tear that sucker down and bob it like you want it. Man, you should do it. You really should. And there's a website, I think it's called TJ Brutal Customs or something like that. And there is a lot of parts for your bike. Do you have the 600 Shadow or the 750? 600, 750, or 1100? If you have the 600, you definitely got some options. That seems to be the one everybody wants to bob. They bob and chop them. I don't get the gear ratios on this motor. Oh yeah, you got a 750. See, that's what I got. I got a 750. Mine's a 2022 750, and it's a Phantom. I love it. It's a great bike. Oh man, if you got your hands on a Rebel though, that's a great bike to customize. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, they will take a beating. That is a Rebel engine. It's the CB 250. And man, this motor was made for years, and you can get them for like $400 off eBay. Probably cheaper than that if you look around. But that's one of the things I'd love to do, tear this motor down. And I blew up the transmission in it because I decided to take it to a pond. I think the transmission was already going, but I'm sure the pond didn't help, because when I got in the middle, I just romped on it and I left third gear in that pond. But hey, whatever. Now the Nighthawk has another motor, and it's great. Okay. Can't think what else I want to do. I think that we can work on the rear end so that way this frame is easier to manage. I love how I can just set it on a milk crate. That's pretty cool. Set the whole thing on a milk crate. You can't beat this. This is great. Your main ride is a 500cc Vulcan. Ah, that's a cool bike. Dude, Vulcans are awesome. They're really awesome bikes. I've never sat on one and said I hate this. My brother, Justin, he rides a Vulcan. I think it's a 1500 Vulcan. No, this is a 1700. He's got a big boy. And man, he loves that bike. It is great. It has a few weird issues. But man, we drove that thing all the way to North Carolina and back, and no problems. And yours is belt drive, I think. If it is, that's a smooth ride. I like belt drive. I like chain the best though, but I'm a sucker for punishment. Like a motorcycle sadist. That's why I like choppers. When the bike is mean to me. All right, let me get this out of the way. So that's going to make it broke. Let's put this on. Okay, let me get that off. Y'all have no idea what I'm doing. The touch is okay, because it requires a hammer. I'm just throwing the gear selector on there. How many gears do I have? There's neutral. This motor don't make a lick of sense. Oh man, you too. And look, you'll be riding before it's all over with. This don't make a lick of sense, y'all. This motor is freaking tripping acid. it just keeps spinning. Like there's no. It's neutral. That's probably first. Neutral. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Neutral. I don't get this. This is crazy. I mean, it just keeps clicking. I feel the different gears. This don't make no sense, y'all. This is gonna be a weird bike to ride. This has got to be a four-wheeler engine. The way it's shifting. This is not a motorcycle engine. And how many gears do I have? It's just like it keeps clicking in circles. So, weird. Whatever, I got it now. We'll figure it out. Swig on it. Okay. All right, so to get this back tire on, it originally had disc brakes. We are converting it to drum because that's what's on the back tire, and it's an alloy rim, and I like alloys. So let's do it. Okay. Okay, before we start trying to put the tire on, let's take all the brake stuff off. Let's see if I can get you guys where you can see what I'm doing better. Okay. All right. See that all right? All right, so we got a couple components here. You got your brake lever here, which y'all can't see. That pushes this. And it's unfortunate because this is new. This went here. Filled it up. I'm not sad about that though. I mean, drum brakes don't rot, really. So we got to take all that apart. Fine with it. So this thing did have a cool feature. Had a pressure switch here. So when you put pressure on the rear drum, the rear brakes, it would cause the light to come on. Kind of hate we're losing this, to be honest. But I'm always okay with a simpler system. Oh, that was easy. That was really easy. I may have to cut that off. We'll see then. But this ain't a bad setup here. Okay. Put this bolt back. These should be tight. There they are. Okay. We probably won't need this rod either, because the brake system on that other bike uses a cable instead of a rod. And truthfully, I just kind of like that better. Let's pull this off. Okay. All right, so we're going to put these back. It's a habit I love to maintain. Put bolts back where you find them, especially in a build like this. If you've got a spot with a bolt hole, you may get to use it for something. All this off. All right, so I'm gonna put this back in the hole. Okay. There we go. See what the battery life is. Yeah, it's like 6%. All right, y'all. Well, my phone's about to die, and there's only 2 of you on here anyway. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Man, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you all had some fun. I hope it was entertaining for you. We're going to wrap this live up and take a quick peek on this side of the motor. So, got this kickstart and electric. So we took all the old brake system off, and that's where we're going to stop tonight. And I'm going to close my choke to keep the dirt daubers out of that. Got rid of the seat. We're going to put the tractor seat on. I think I'm just going to mount it with the original holes here. That seems like the easiest thing to do. Just drill into the seat and bolt everything on. And flip it around. Let's put our tools up so we don't lose them. And that's going to be that. I think we had a good productive day and a good productive night. We're going to put all this up in the home, find a home for this. There we go, right there. Got this bracket. There we go, right there. And man, I'll see y'all on another day. Maybe we'll be here tomorrow. I may not do it tomorrow because tomorrow's Sunday. And later. Love y'all.